Anti-Israel protests broke out in Bahrain, a day after Israeli Foreign Minister Yair Lapid's visit to open the Jewish state's first embassy in the country. Protesters marched waving Palestinian and Bahraini flags, chanting "Death to Israel" and "No to the Israeli embassy" in Islamic Bahrain. No arrests were reported.
Saudi dissident Jamal Khashoggi's widow questioned U.S. President Joe Biden's commitment to hold the kingdom accountable 3 years after the writer's brutal murder. Marking the anniversary, Hattis Senges traveled to Washington for a demonstration outside the Saudi embassy and an evening vigil near the U.S. Capitol where she unveiled a portrait of Khashoggi made out of newspaper columns.
Iran started military exercises near its border with Azerbaijan as tensions between the two neighbors rose over issues including Baku's relations with Tehran's arch-enemy Israel.
Turkish President Tayyip Erdogan this week flagged potential further cooperation with Russia on defense industry projects including fighter jets and submarines even as the United States responded with more sanctions.
In Nigeria, 85 Boko Haram militants have been killed in anti-terror operations in northeast region in 1 month. At a press conference in Abuja, military spokesman Bernard Oniyuko said, 2,783 Boko Haram militants and their family members also surrendered to troops following intense fire from artillery and air bombardment in Borno State.
Ecuador is planning to pardon up to 2,000 inmates in order to relieve overcrowding at its detention centers after 118 inmates died and a further 79 were injured in the country's worst ever prison riot earlier this week, an official said on Friday.
Taiwan sharply criticized China on Saturday after Beijing marked the founding of the People's Republic of China with the largest ever incursion by the Chinese Air Force into the island's air defense zone. Taiwan sent combat aircraft to warn away the Chinese aircraft, while missile systems were deployed to monitor them.
At the United Nations, 78 countries, including China, have called for speeding up the implementation of the Durban Declaration and Program of Action, putting an end to discrimination and xenophobia.
Lava flowed from a newly opened crack in the Cumbavaya volcano on Spain's La Palma, carving a different path from previous flows and raising fears of more destruction, while forced islanders to don masks and goggles.
European gas prices surged to all-time highs on Friday as Russia kept a tight lid on supply, signaling further price pressures on European consumers heading into the winter heating season.
Prime Minister Imran Khan said talks are underway with some groups of the banned Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan to surrender under the reconciliation process. Meanwhile, the PPP, while expressing grave concern and reservations over the Prime Minister Imran Khan's statement regarding talks with the TTP, demanded an immediate convening of session of the parliament on this highly sensitive issue.
A cessation in hostilities between Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan fighters in South Waziristan and the army was announced by the outlawed group in a statement. The news comes on the heels of Prime Minister Imran Khan announcing earlier in the day that the government is in talks with some groups of the TTP for disarmament.
Reacting to reports about disarmament talks with some factions of the banned Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan (TTP), Minister for Interior Sheikh Rashid Ahmed Saturday clarified that the case of those involved in the massacre of the army public school is different. Talking to journalists, Sheikh Rashid Ahmed said, "We know who is good and who is bad."
Federal Minister for Information and Broadcasting Fawad Chaudhry on Friday supported a normal life for the militants associated with the banned outfit Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan, who wish to pledge loyalty to the state.
Legendary comedian Omar Sharif passed away in Germany on Saturday after battling serious health problems. He was 66. He was being transferred to U.S. treatment. During his journey, he was admitted to a hospital in Germany where he passed away. He received 10 Nagar Awards and remains the only actor to receive 4 Nagar Awards in a single year. Political leaders, showbiz celebrities including Indian actors expressed their sorrow on the death of legend actor demise.
COVID-19 in Pakistan has killed 46 people in last 24 hours. The country logged 1,664 fresh cases. The positivity rate stands at 3.21%.
Rain, wind/thunder shower with isolated heavy falls is expected in Upper, Central Punjab, Kashmir, Gilgit-Baltistan, Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Lower Balochistan during the next 12 hours.
The FIFA has once again extended the mandate of the PFF Normalization Committee, but added that Pakistan will remain suspended until PFF offices are not handed over to the FIFA-appointed Normalization Committee.
A loud sonic boom was reported in parts of Florida after a SpaceX Cargo Dragon 2 spacecraft successfully splashed down in the Atlantic Ocean off the coast of the state. The Cargo Dragon capsule marked the completion of SpaceX's 23rd commercial cargo resupply mission to the International Space Station.